Okay, so this next one, welcome back, by the way, to another reaction video. This next one is weird. Weird for the case that Joe Rogan is talking to Alex Jones, which, if you're aware of Joe Rogan, you know that he talks to Alex Jones a lot, and they've been friends for years. But yeah, this has Alex Jones in it. So if you're not a fan, I get it. I get it. Don't, flame me in the comments. I'm well aware of what's going on here. The whole point is Joe Rogan's going to talk about Joey Diaz's edibles and just the sheer ridiculousness of it. And it just happened to be on Alex's show. So it is what it is. And yeah, let's go ahead and react to this and watch this. And hopefully it's good. Leave a like if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel. We're on our march towards, I don't know. I don't know what we're on our march towards, but we're on our march. And you might as well come along for the ride. And yeah, let's get into it.
If you could wave a magic wand, you'd make them all do mushrooms. All of them. Just all of them. Everybody. Anybody in a position of power, anybody locked into an ideology.
That would be funny.
Anybody who believes nonsense. Anybody who believes things that they know aren't true.
I'll come clean.
But they'll fight for them. Do you know people that know that the things they believe aren't true, but yet they'll get angry at you and fight for them? There's a weirdness to that.
No, there's no doubt that if more people took hallucinogens, they would, but then some would go crazy.
Some will go crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Some kids.
I assume that is probably true. You're going to have some percentage of people just lose it.
Their legs.
No, but when you see like an Islamic leader, you can tell they've never taken that acid.
I don't know about that. Maybe they took too much.
No, those guys are all like completely.
Maybe not. I don't know. I don't want to generalize on any people from
Osama bin Laden ain't taking no drugs.
I don't think he took too much acid.
No.
If I had to guess.
No, it's all like.
Wasn't that.
What is over there? Like poppy fields or whatever? Like opium? I think I remember hearing that.
Against.
Yeah, he won't take any.
Well,
what was the first hallucinogen you took?
Yeah, I think Afghanistan's known for.
I think I consider marijuana
obviously known for other stuff, but
because in large quantities.
Opium fields, poppy fields.
Yeah, and if you do it, well, family in what way? Like,
well, it's the same. It's listed as by the DEA. It's listed as a.
Oh, right. But that's a weird thing, man.
Well, no, but the receptors it hits. I'm not like a DEA fan or anything. The receptors it hits are in the same family. They just don't hit it.
That's another T-shirt for AlexJones.com.
What?
I'm not like a DEA fan or anything.
No, I mean, they're right. Fan. If you had to list it, okay, is it a downer? Is it an upper?
Right.
It's
a weird thing. Yeah, it's definitely psychoactive, right? And again, if you take it in oral form, it's real psychoactive. That's way stronger. Super potent. Like people that have mixed edibles together and they didn't know what they were doing, have these crazy psychedelic experiences. They feel like they're dying. They literally go to like the gates of hell and they get pulled back into 2020.
What was the UFC you invited me to in Houston like 8-9 years ago with Joey Diaz?
Didn't you guys allegedly do acid? Allegedly?
Well, let's go back. No, let's go back.
That's a yes.
Joey Diaz. That was another time. Joey Diaz hands me a cookie in Houston. I see you. We ate Mexican food.
Yes.
And he goes.
Funny.
I was like, whatever. I mean, I couldn't get out of the chair. So I'm sitting. I'm watching the whole day of fights until like 2:00. And finally, you're up there announcing, and I'm pissing my pants because I never pissed my pants my whole life. I couldn't get up. I swear to God.
Did we go to dinner that night?
We did.
Yeah.
I was like,
have you lived if you haven't pissed your pants? Let's be real.
Crawling around the ground.
And you couldn't imagine. You're like, how high did I get? What happened? Yeah. Marijuana is not just marijuana. When you eat
I
it,
don't remember that. I remember like, yeah.
Yeah. There's actually a chemical thing that people
this
make
is such
fun
a
of
weird
me for
conversation.
bringing up, but it's true that when you eat marijuana, it gets processed by your liver. There's something called a one pass, and it produces something called 11-hydroxy metabolite. So THC becomes 11-hydroxy metabolite as it's processed through the liver, and that it doesn't really exist in psychoactive forms when you smoke it. It's too little a dose. When you eat it, it's this different feeling. So it's a different, totally different psychedelic. So,
yeah, it's super hardcore.
Yeah, 11-hydroxy it's like an acid or a mushroom. And if you get enough of it, if you get like a big dose, you're like, you're living in some Coraline.
Dude, I was stuck in that chair for 8 hours.
Yeah, you can get.
And Joey kept laughing. He was like in the second row because the media's in the front row, as you know. He's like, motherfucker.
Yeah. If the devil really owned a disco and everything that people said about him was like really fake news and he was really not a bad guy, just had a bad publicity team, Joey Diaz would be the gatekeeper for Satan's lair. He would be the guy handing you out free edibles, letting you freak the fuck out but still survive. You're like,
Joey.
He would do that to people. He'd give people some fucking strong edibles, and they'd make it through. And on the other end, they'd be like,
he's like, here's a cookie, no big deal, go ahead.
No big deal.
He goes, well, maybe eat a little piece. And then all of a sudden, I go, he goes,
And it tastes good.
Oh, you ate it. Oh, God. Oh.
Yeah, you ate 250 milligrams, son. That's a crazy number. Like a really potent number is 10 milligrams. 10 milligrams makes most people go, wow.
Dude, I was high 3 days later. No, you know what I mean? What?
I'm not surprised. Joey probably was too. Those were in this.
He goes,
Joey
I couldn't
Diaz.
believe you ate the whole cookie like that. Not like.
If there was a documentary that said Joey Diaz ... stay high, that would be Joey. And like that era, Joey just kept going. Joey was just edibles, smoking it, bongs.
Like, let me tell you, the reason you got tickets and everything, Joe likes you, but I wanted you to be here. Now here's your cookie.
Here's a cookie, cocksucker. Here's a cookie.
Here's your cookie.
Oh, it's a real weak
Good luck.
cookie. Just eat the cookie.
You want to meet the devil? That's what he would tell you.
I think he said something like that. Actually,
You want to meet the devil?
Like, oh, it's not that strong. Oh, watch out, though.
No, he would just tell me, you want to meet the devil? I'm like, oh my God, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? He had these stars of death. They're famous. They're infamous. One of his buddies made these things. They were these stars. There were 250 milligrams of
There's no way I could handle that.
THC. I saw Joey take 2 of them when we were
Oh
on
my
an airplane
God.
together. He just took 2 of them and he just starts chewing them down. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so scared. I was so scared.
So how strong do you think that cookie was he gave me?
Really strong.
Yeah.
Really,
He was laughing.
Really, 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 really strong. Like if you had schizophrenia, it would have pulled it out. It would have pulled it out like a fucking carrot in Bugs Bunny's garden.
That's funny.
That's a big dose, man. That's a dose that cracks a lot of people. If you're on the edge and you don't eat weed and someone gives you a 250 milligram edible, oh my God. You could have real issues. Yeah. It's not recommended.
It's not recommended. Oh my God. I remember seeing something about those stars of death. That's wild that he had 500 milligrams. That is such a large dose of anything. Even that's like, what, Tylenol extra strength is 500 or something? Whoa. I can't even imagine that. That would almost be like blackout drunk, I feel like. Anyway, interesting to see Joe talk about it. Honestly, Alex was just there. I don't even know. I was like, hey, he's talking about edibles. And I saw Alex Jones, and I'm like, all right. They're talking about edibles. They're not talking about anything else, right? So it should be okay. Thanks for watching. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I will see you on the next one.